Hey guys, welcome to this video all about the most natural green contacts that you are going to be able to find online, prescription color contacts. As you guys know, this channel is all about color contacts. I have tried so many companies, so many different collections and styles, and of all the green contacts I've tried, these pairs that I'm going to talk about are the ones that make the cut. They look the most natural, the most realistic. None of these green contacts have a bug eye effect. Okay, none of them are gonna have that lizard eye look. I had this problem when I was first trying color contacts out, so this is why I'm like so obsessed with finding you guys contacts that aren't going to give you this problem. But basically you put lenses in your eyes and the pupil hole is so poorly designed that you actually look like you're looking two opposite ways, and this is known as the bug eye effect or the lizard eye or the fish eye effect. Whatever you want to call it, this is a huge indication that you are wearing colored lenses, and now they design lenses that no longer create this look, that literally blend with your natural iris, and when people come right close to you, they would not be able to tell that you're wearing lenses. That is how insanely designed these contacts are. So I'm going to be sharing with you guys 10 pairs. These are all my go-to green contacts that I wear on a normal basis. It's very easy to find green contacts if you have brown eyes, I find, because if it blends with your brown eye, it comes off as a hazel green. So it looks very, very natural. So if you love green, I think you're in luck when it comes to finding natural looking green lenses. Also guys, please watch till the end of the video, because at the end of the video, I'm going to tell you guys which contacts are going to suit you best if you have very dark brown eyes versus if you have more medium brown eyes, which are closer to my natural color, because it really does matter. All of these contacts that I'm talking about are going to have different levels of opacity. They're going to be a different level of transparency, and so they're going to show up very differently if you have very, very dark brown eyes. I really want you guys to buy a pair of contacts that you're going to be happy with. So if you have very, very dark brown eyes especially, please watch the end of the video to see what my recommendations are of all these pairs. All right, let's get into these pairs that I'm talking about. The first pair is COLORCL Halo Green. This is just a beautiful, beautiful green contact. It's a little bit, I would say, bluish green. It's got a little bit of a blue tone to it. However, it is still green from afar. There is zero bug eye effect. There is a lot of streaked patterning, squiggly lines to mimic a natural iris. It also has a slight enlarging effect, at least for me it does. So it's going to make your eyes appear slightly larger. However, there's not much of an actual limbo ring designed. It's more your own limbo ring that comes through. And I would say that this is also more of a uniform style contact. There's not a lot of color gradient going on. It's just mostly that one turquoise green color. However, it is going to blend with your normal eye. So I love the Halo Green. It's just a great green contact, and because of the changes in transparency, it's going to be looking like a hazel green actually. You're going to see your own natural brown iris come through in the middle, and then it's going to fade out into a stronger kind of like turquoisey green on the outside, but overall from afar you just look like you have green eyes basically. The next pair is the COLORCL Crystal Iris Green. This is honestly one of my most favorite green contacts, probably in the top 3 for me. I just adore these contacts. I really want to stress, however, that this green does not necessarily brighten your eyes, they just change the color. So my eyes do not actually look lighter when I slip these lenses in. They just change the color of my eyes, and they actually make me look like I have a dark emerald green eye color. I absolutely love it. It's so subtle, it's beautiful, it's natural. It looks like I have true hazel green eyes. Even when you come super close, nobody will ever know that I am wearing lenses unless, of course, I tell them. That is what I am rocking today. These are the COLORCL Iris Green. As you can see the brown in the middle that comes through. The blending is so seamless. It is so seamless and smooth. No pixelation whatsoever. I love these contacts. Now the Halo Green and the Iris Green are very, very similar contacts. If you guys are debating which ones to get, I really recommend that you watch my color contact comparison video between these two lenses so you can see the differences and see how they look close up side by side. I will link that video in the description for you below. And those are the only two lenses from COLORCL that I absolutely adore in terms of green lenses that do not have absolutely any bug eye effect. Okay, I'm only going to recommend lenses that don't have a bug eye effect for you guys. These lenses retail for $13.50 with my discount code DANICA10. I will link them in the description below, and they last last 6 months. All right, let's move on to the next company, which I'm sure you guys are gonna guess. It's TDDI. This is another well-established, large color contact company that offers a huge variety of really good quality prescription color contacts. You guys might be noticing a theme. My favorite green contacts from TDDI is actually the TDD Iris Green. Again, this is a natural line that is designed with a lot of transparency and very low opacity in order to blend with your natural eye color. I am obsessed with their Iris Green. It has such a beautiful hazel green effect. It is designed differently than the COLORCL Iris Green. I feel like it makes your eyes look lighter. However, there is more emphasis on the brown in the center. So in the center, it looks like a light brown. It lightens the actual brown of your eye, and then it fades out into a very, very vibrant green, especially around the limbal ring. This puts off a lot of people is the neon greenness of the limbal ring. However, in my honest opinion, I still think it looks very natural in person. Nobody comes up to you and is like, oh my goodness, your limbal ring is so neon green. Nobody does that. It looks like you have a hazel green eye, in my opinion. It's very natural. Again, the blending is next level, seamless blending, and no bug eye effect. I love the Iris line. If you're going to shop with TDDI, I honestly think this line is king, and this is the line that you should be focused on. I also recommend the Iris Brown Green too, which is one of their new releases in their Iris line. I think that this is better suited to people with dark brown eyes. It's got more pigment, and it also has a little bit more of an enlarging effect. It's more of an intense contact. However, it still looks extremely natural because there is no bug eye effect designed into these contacts. The center is a very, very light brown. It's got a lot of texture, a lot of depth, and a lot of patterning. And it makes your eye look very light brown in the center, and then around again is that light green limbal ring. Beautiful, beautiful contact. I've heard wonderful things about this contact, and I also have a full review on this color as well, and I will link it in the description. Next from TDDI, and you guys might be surprised by this, but I was very impressed with this green contact in particular, is actually the TDDI Love Me Green. Now, this is not necessarily the most natural looking, however, it did not have the bug eye effect. And if you're looking for something with a little bit more pizzazz, a little bit more drama, something that's going to stand out way more, but not look too off-putting or not like, girl, she's wearing lenses, is the TDDI Love Me Green. Gorgeous, gorgeous color. So vibrant, so unique. So in the center, it's very blended. The pupil hold is very, very well designed to blend with a brown eye, so there's no bug eye effect. And then it goes into a very like turquoisey, like very bright, vibrant green color, but it's like so bright. It's very intense. And then it is outlined with a signature, very, very thick violet limbal ring. That is the signature of their Love Me line, and I just think it looks gorgeous. The overall effect is very beautiful. You look like a princess when you wear these contacts. These are still going to look very natural, but still make your eyes stand out so much. I have a whole review on their entire Love Me line, also linked in the description. The last pair is, this is their TDDI Supernatural Green. I have a very old review done like over a year ago on these contacts. I was very impressed actually. This is a very dark emerald green color. So again, this isn't going to necessarily lighten your eyes, but it will change the color of your eyes to a true emerald green. It's just such a pretty green, and I think it looks beautiful. I've seen other reviews on it of people with much darker eyes than mine and darker skin tone, and they slip these lenses in and they just look majestic. They look gorgeous. I loved it. And again, it didn't have that bug eye effect because it is a darker green, so there's less of a contrast between your iris and the contact and the pupil hole. So it just came off as no bug eye effect, and I was very impressed. So if you're not necessarily like super picky about brightening the eye and more just, oh, I just want like a green hue, look into the TDDI Supernatural Green. So for TDDI, prices are pretty competitive. They offer yearly lenses. With my discount code LyraScotch with a Z, you can usually get these for around $35 to $40 US, depending on what pair you're looking at. So not bad price-wise. You got to remember these are yearly lenses. All right, so the next company is Olens. Olens is very popular again in the color contact community online, especially in Asia. They have two green color contacts that are definitely worth mentioning. The first one, which I'm sure a lot of you are going to guess, is the Spanish Real Olive. This is just a phenomenal green contact. It is so natural. The blending is just beautiful, very warm toned green. The design of these contacts is a little bit different than the other contacts that I've mentioned. The pupil hole is larger. These are what are called iris style contacts, which means that there's more emphasis on the actual outside of the limbal ring, and they kind of leave the inside as your normal iris. It's more of an open pupil hole design. I just absolutely love the color of this green. It is a lighter green, but a very warm tone green. No hints of turquoise or blue, just more of a true green. But yeah, this is a very, very popular green contact online. So many people are so happy with this green contact. That's why I wanted to recommend it to you guys. It's beautiful. There's no bug eye effect again. And the next green from Olens is their Russian Velvet Green. This is a really unique green contact. It's one of the brightest green contacts that I'm going to be talking about today. It has more of a yellow undertone, so it's a yellow green. And as I've said in my review for these contacts, these make you look like you have Rihanna eyes, because it really reminded me of the singer Rihanna with her beautiful, beautiful dark skin tone, and then it was contrasted with the yellow-green eyes that she has. Gorgeous, gorgeous color. And again, the blending in the center is just seamless with your iris. Very, very, very well done. Very little pixelation. The texture is very smooth on these contacts. I was so impressed with the Russian Velvet line. I really want to try other lenses out from this line, but the green really, really impressed me. And if you're wanting a brighter green, definitely look into the Russian Velvet. Now, unfortunately, with Olens, it is a little bit more on the pricey side. It is usually around $25 US for a pair of only monthly pair. But if budget isn't a problem for you, I think you're gonna like both these contacts. They are very popular if you want to treat yourself one day. All right, and let's talk about the last company, which is Salotica, which I'm sure everybody knows this company, but I am a diehard for their Buzios. I wear it usually at least once a week. Their Rio Buzios Green is amazing. It is the lightest pair of color contacts that I have tried that look realistic. They don't have a bug eye effect. It's such a light green with a little bit of a yellow undertone, I would say. I don't know, Salotica has a very, very unique. When you actually hold the lens up close, you can see a pupil hole. There's clearly a pupil hole. But when you put the lens in your eye, the pupil hole effect or the bug eye effect is gone. It's not there. So I don't know how that's happening. I think they really, really play with the transparency a lot, and they do this with only certain pairs, I've found. But so yeah, Buzios is one of the pairs that they've done it with. It's a beautiful green. Like, I wear it all the time. You look very striking because, like I said, it lightens your eye a lot. So much so that you almost look exotic because you come up close and there's no bug eye effect. Nobody actually knows you're wearing lenses. They really do think they're your real eye color. A lot of you complain about comfort. Unfortunately, yeah, they're not the most comfortable lenses. They're very thick, but I can tolerate them because I've been wearing color contacts for 15 years now. So I can honestly wear them for about 12 hours. Sometimes I'll have to put eye drops in because they do get a little bit dry. But if you guys are wanting to go on a night out, or you're just like immune to color contacts like me, I think that you would love the Salotica Buzios in terms of the aesthetic quality of it and how it looks and how natural it looks. It's a 10 out of 10. They're beautiful. I would also recommend looking into the Mel, because I have a feeling the Mel has that same type of amazing design with no bug eye effect. Those are my top recommendations for green contacts. Now let's talk about which contacts are going to show up if you have very, very dark brown eyes, because not all of them are going to show up on you if you have very dark brown eyes. I've had people comment on my channel stating that certain recommendations that I made did not show up on their eyes because there was not enough pigment in the contacts. So I'm going to recommend these pairs to you. For COLORCL, Halo Green will show up. There is enough pigment. I'm not going to guarantee that it's going to necessarily lighten your eye, but it definitely will change the color and hue. For TDD I would stay away from Iris Green Original. I've heard that it does not show up on very dark brown eyes. I would stick with the Iris Green Brown 2. Way more pigment, it's going to show up. Also, the Love Me Green will show up, as well as the Supernatural Green. Love Me Green will lighten your eyes, I want to mention. It's got a lot more pigment than the other contacts I've mentioned. And the Supernatural Green is not going to necessarily lighten your eye. I found a review by a girl with very, very dark brown eyes. It didn't lighten her eyes, it made them just a different color. For Olens, both these will show up. Enough pigment, like hands down. That's actually why I mentioned these pairs, because they suit people with very, very dark brown eyes. So you'll be very pleased with both the Spanish Real Olive as well as the Russian Velvet. And for Salotica, the Buzios definitely hands down will show up. It's got quite enough pigment for you. If you have medium brown eyes like me, all of these will show up obviously, but personally, I am more on the subtle end of things. I am very, very picky, very picky. If it's too intense for me, I'm not going to wear it on a daily basis. So the contacts that I wear on a daily basis for my medium brown eyes are the Iris Green, the Buzios, and also the Iris Green from TTDI. And on nights out, I will wear the Love Me Green. Those are the ones that I usually stick with on a regular basis that I feel suit my eye color the best. What do you guys think of these selections? Do you think that I missed any pairs? Do you think that any of these pairs don't belong in the best green contacts? Let me know. I am going to be coming out with best blue contacts as well as best hazel contacts. So that is coming in the future if you guys are interested in that. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, as well as add me on Instagram at Danica Revamp. That is where I am doing all my color contact giveaways and new collection announcements. Thank you guys so much for watching again and all your wonderful comments. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!